So, okay, we will start the next lecture. Yesterday, we were talking about the detail energy audit. In detail energy audit, we discussed pre-audit phase, and third part is the post-audit phase. So now we will start from the post-audit phase. So up to this one, we have uh, come to this point, and that is a very important point, is that during detail energy audit we have to collect some data related to the machine, and that data collection should be such that we should not calculate from the standard formula. We have to collect as much as possible whatever the reading taken from the measuring instrument. So the point is, do not calculate when you can measure. If you are able to measure the data, any data, so it may be input power, it may be a current, it may be a power factor, because whatever the calculated data is based on the our standard formulas. And whereas we are not going to consider the different parameter, for example, harmonic in the system, distortion, unbalanced voltage, so unbalancing, so this cannot be calculated. Therefore, in during the detail energy audit, we should measure the data as possible for the fruitful result or fruitful conclusion from the detail energy data. Now, post phase 3, that is a post audit phase. So post audit phase comprises two major part. One is the plan of action, and second is the purpose and results. So implementation and follow up, it consists of implementation, whatever the suggestions we have given, whatever the practicals, whatever the some trials methods we have adopted. We have given some small modification in the process and small modification in the pipeline or layout. So you have to implement, and you have to take the follow up. If suppose you have given some suggestions and the company is or the factory is not adopting the system, definitely your result will not be there, or means it is seemed that whatever the activity you have performed, it does not give the fruitful result. So the fruitful results, or whatever the result from the energy audit report, is only when if it is implemented properly, whatever the suggestions, whatever the findings you have given to the client. Assist and implement energy audit conservation recommendation measures and monitor the performance. So even it is not only sufficient that you have given some suggestions, you have given suggestion that you have to replace this machine, you have to replace that machine, you have to modify this one, but you have to give the assistance in the form of technical assistance. You have to search some vendors that will do that work. What are the different type of soft loans are available? It may be a financial assistance, it may be a technical assistance, or it is a follow up. It's a continuous follow up to the recommendations, whatever the recommendation given by you. So if you do the monitoring and assist to the client, then and then it is possible to come some fruitful conclusions. Action plan, you have to make some action plan, say which type of work to be carried out first, the which has a low investment or zero investment, which has a very attractive, it has to be implemented first, and the things which needed some fresh investment, replacement of machine, shutdown, it has to be carried out later on. So it will give some sort of plan action. So action plan should be there. Schedule for implementation, which type of activities to be scheduled first, isn't it? For example, the suggestion which does not comprises of investment, it is only for the awareness, it is only for the proper implementation, it is maybe depend upon the house proper housekeeping. You may increase the productivity, or it will decrease the some say sort of the energy conservation. We will see one by one what type of different action plans are there. Follow up and periodic review. So after 3 months, after 2 months, we have to take the review. What is your electric bill? What is the consumption? What is either if you have given the suggestion that you should keep the temperature of, instead of 15 degree, you should keep the temperature of 18 degree. So either they are keeping the 18 degree or not. If they are not keeping, the people are not, the worker are not adopting the things, they are not aware, then it has a no meanings. So the review, the periodic review follow up is very much necessary once you conduct the energy conservation or energy audit work in the particular factory. So this is, sorry, this is one. Okay. Now, after that, once you have come to some conclusion in the rough work, you are going to make some energy audit report. So, in the energy audit report, what are the points to be considered? It is just similar to the student when they complete their project work in the final year and pre-final year, and after some fabrication of the project, prototype project, they will make some report. So project report is just similar to the uh, energy audit report, we can make it. So there is acknowledgement, executive summary, what is the some introduction of the uh, say um, factory is there or organization is there, energy audit options at a glance and recommendations. What are the energy audit options? What are the options are there to do the energy audit, and their recommendation. Introduction about the plant. What is the introduction? What is the general plant details and description? Which type of plant is there? What is the product of this plant? What are the different raw materials are there? Isn't it? What is the finished product? What is the time required to up to completion of the raw material to the finished product is there. So it is a general description is there. Who are the vendors? Who are the suppliers? Who are the say consumers in this? So this is the general layout, general information of the plant. Now, energy audit teams. What are the different energy audit teams? Okay, so type of who is the energy auditors, their profile of the energy auditors, team members, their profiles, uh, people from the industry, that is the client peoples are there and their profile. So you have to make some very attractive, those are conducting the energy audit. Component of product cost, what is the cost of the product over there? And cost of the product is nothing but the three. One is the raw material, energy, and manpower, and other overheads is no doubt. So raw material play very important, which type of raw material is there. Second is the energy. There are two type which we are using, that is the thermal energy and electrical energy. Now description of the electrical energy, either it is taken from the grid or it is generating in the premises itself. Manpower. Okay, so this is a three a major component of the cost, and we have to give some description of this one. So that is a major energy use and area. Where is the major energy is going to consume, either in the production, either in the say your utility sections, or it may be some other areas are there. So what are the different type of energies? Type of energy, energy consumption detail, which type of machines consumes more energy. So this is some description, general description of major energy consumption area. Production process and description, what is the type of process? Okay, either it is atomized plant, or either you have given some suggestion to the to do the atomization, because in the atomization time also decreases, quality, quantity, precision, isn't it? Waste material is going to reduce. So this is the some it has a very tremendous numerous advantage over the some manual system. So it is a brief process, production process is there, brief description of manufacturing process, process flow diagram and major unit operations. What is the process flow diagram? It is also just, we have already covered this topic, is that from where we are getting the raw material, after raw material, what is the pre pre say process are there, and total entire process flow chart we have to give in the energy audit report. Major raw material input, which type of major raw materials are there, isn't it? Their energy, their the raw materials are there. Okay, now energy and utility system description, that is a very important for as a energy auditor. So last 2 points is the simple description about the industry, about your client. Now here it is a we have to give the detailed description, what is the in present input, present energy consumption, and what is your expectation, what is your say new suggestions are there. It is related to the energy and utility system description. List of utilities. Utilities is nothing but the things which is going to assist in the final product. For example, soap industry is there. You are manufacturing some bath soap or washing soap is there. So it requires some steam, it requires some pressure, compressed air, it requires some hot water, chilling waters, and all these things. So these are the utilities. It is going to assist in the production process. Okay, so these are the, so you have list of the utilities. What are the different utilities are there? Compressors are there, chilling plant is there, isn't it? Boilers are there, compressed say some different gases are there, it is used for the process. So list of the utilities are there. Brief discussion of each utility. What is the description? And that consists of say electricity. So in the electricity we can give the description is that either they are producing so own energy or they are taking from the grid, isn't it? What is the tariff? Present tariff is there. What is the maximum demand? What is the average load? What is the utilization factor? It is a load factor, load curve, monthly load curve, yearly load curve, isn't it? So this is the different, all the parameter, all the analysis done in the existing data which you have from the 1 year, last 1 year or 2 year is there. Because we have electricity bill. In the electricity bill it is consist of maximum demand, kWh, then electricity duty, taxes, every each and every things are there. So which we can analyze this one, we may represent with the help of graphs and charts also. Steam. What is the purpose of steam? What is the requirement of steam and how much we are going to produce? So what is our requirement and what is our recommendation, or say what instead of recommendation we can say that what is the guideline for the steam requirement in the industry, and what is the actual practices are there. If suppose the requirement is something is smaller but you are producing more steam, so it is a wastage. So if we have some analysis on the utility section, it will reduce the total consumption. So it is very important as a electrical uh, energy audit. Water input, how, where the water is needed, from where we are getting the waters, isn't it? Either we have own wells, bore wells, and different things are there. So what is the water consumption, total water input, water for the effluent treatment plant. So entire water flow chart should be there. Compressed air, similar to this one. Chilled water is needed. Compressed air is needed. What is the requirement of compressed air, and which type of compressor we are using, isn't it? Because now energy efficient compressors are also available. So what is the performance analysis of electrical appliances? What is the performance analysis of boilers are there? Performance analysis over the compressed air plant, that is the compressor and chillers are there. Detailed process flow diagram and energy material balance. So again, what is the total input of electrical energy and what is the specific energy consumption for the product. If your specific energy consumption is more than the developed country, for example it is a cement industry, it is found that it is a 100 unit is required for 1 ton of production. This is example. But in the developed country, in the new technology, it is found that it is required only 80 units for producing a 1 ton of cements are there. So this is the reference one. So it means that there is a, we should change our process. We should change some technology. Existing machines are very old, it is not efficient, we have to replace that one. So therefore the detailed process diagram and energy balance is required. Flow chart showing flow rate, temperature, pressure, all inputs and output. So the flow process flow is should be consist of the temperature, pressure, and all this. Water balance for entire industry, the same things, how much water we are getting and what is the use of this water in the factory. So these things to be included in the energy audit report. So energy audit reports tell to the client itself, even though this is their own plant, but you are going to analyze the plant and you are showing that this is the recommendation given by the some recommendation is given, whereas this is your practice. So you can explain the recommendation values and the practiced value, what you are doing actually in the premises. So if there is a large deviation in the guideline and the practices, definitely it will consumes more energy. So you have to bring the gap between your between your guideline and your practices. Now, energy efficiency in the utility and process system, specific energy consumption, we have to calculate the specific energy consumption and compare with the standard, or with compare with the some developed country same production. If this is the cement industry, it is a say chemical industry, it may be a some textile industry. So what is the specific consumption in the developed country, and what is the specific consumption in your premises, in your factory? So by this comparison, definitely it come to know what is our baseline. So therefore, specific energy consumption should be calculated. Boiler efficiency and assessment, you have to see the boiler efficiency. If there is a losses in the steam, losses in the pipelines, losses in the thermal energy, that is your insulation is going to deteriorate. So either you have to change the insulation, or you have to change the fuel input, that is from coal fire boiler to the oil fire boiler. Thermic fluid heater performance assessment, furnace efficiency analysis. If you have a furnace, if you have a metallurgical or some different type of manufacturing unit, so what is the furnace efficiency is there? Either this furnace is replaced by the new technology furnace. Cooling water system performance, whatever the cooling towers are there for the boiler or for the other purposes. Refrigeration system performance, if suppose it is a food industry, you are keeping the food at the some -5 degree or -10 degree is there. What is the refrigeration performance? Either they are performing the well. What is the EER, energy efficiency ratio? What is the COP, that is the coefficient of performance? So by calculating the coefficient of performance, by calculating the energy efficiency ratio, we can analyze the performance of refrigeration system. So if there is a losses, if the coefficient of performance is very small, then we have to do some modification, or either it may be some insulation failure, that is the thermal insulation failure in the refrigeration system. Compressed air system performance, what is the our requirement? Either at the receiving end, we are getting the compressed air at the required value, or there is some leakages are there, or if your pipelines length is very high or is very long route is there, can we minimize the length of the pipelines, which will decrease the losses in the pipeline systems? It is both for the compressed air, it is also applicable for the pumping system. DG set performance, if you are have a DG set, what is the performance, what is the specific generation is there, okay, what is the input, either it is a some uh, periodic maintenance is carried out or not, either it is a periodic halls are there, it means that after 1000 hours we have to check the piston head, we have to check the some different settings are there. So DG set performance, diesel generator performance to be carried out. Lighting system, no doubt lighting load in the industry is very small as compared to the production area or the some utility section, but we cannot ignore the lighting system, because lighting play a very important in the very big industry. We may find that there is a separate feeders are separate feeders are one say separate feeder is dedicated for the lighting system. If you visit some thermal power plant or big electrical generating power plant, you may find that there is an entire single distribution transformer of 500 kVA, or it may be more than 500 kVA is dedicated for the lighting system. So the lighting load is also very high, and if you go for the say energy efficient lighting system, so it may increase the say elegance. It also increase the comfort level, comfort zone, as well as it will decrease the consumption in lighting system. So earlier we are using only sodium vapor lamp and mercury vapor lamp. Even inside the building, we are inside the industry, we are using mercury vapor lamp. Now it is going to replace by the metal halide lamp. So metal halide lamp is a white in, so color rendering property is good, and its appearance and comfort zone, it's become a very comfort as compared to the sodium vapor lamp and mercury vapor lamp. Now again it is going to replace by the some LED lights. So again the light output is more, system become very clear. Okay, so in outdoor type lighting also, indoor lighting also, so the lighting in the industry also play a very important role. And sometimes if you change the voltage level, that is the changing in the tap, especially for the distribution transformer, we come to know that the we can save much more energy in the lighting system only by setting at some particular voltage level. So this is the some performance we have to carry it out. Now energy conservation option and recommendation. What are the energy conservation options are there? Isn't it? What is that? No cost. Some of the options are that it does not need any investment. For example, awareness among the people. So it does not need the investment. It is only the teaching. It is only the awareness. So if you are leaving the rooms, you should switch off. If suppose you are considering the same things in the classroom, if you leave the classroom, you should switch off the fan, you should switch off the lights are there. So it is general, it is a general awareness also give the remarkable energy saving, and it does not need any investment. Low cost, some of the option are that there is a low cost is there. For example, the light fittings it mounted in the trusses at a very higher height, isn't it? So if you need more light, so what you can do, you may start you may install additional light in the system. Or if you bring down the light to the lower height with the help of some down rod or some chain system is there, so it required the small investment, but there is a remarkable saving. We can avoid the additional lights, and it will increase the comfort level. So by this one, it is called as a low cost. Suppose we find that there is a insulation failure in the hot lines and cold water pipings are there. So only by proper insulation, thermal insulation, we can increase the overall efficiency of utility. So this is, now some of the medium and high cost are there. Definitely, the some of the motors are very old. It has been rewound many times because of the fault occur, and now it is the time to replace that existing machine by the energy efficient machines. For example, in a process industry, there are 100 motors are there, and it is found that 20 motors such that it can be replaced by the energy efficient motor. So when we replace by energy efficient induction motor, the efficiency of the motor also increases, working power factor also increases. So definitely it will increase the overall power factor and decrease the maximum demand and kVH. Nowadays uh, in Maharashtra, kVAH billing is there. Earlier it is a kilowatt hour, kWh unit, that is the actual active power, active energy consumed by the consumer. Nowadays it is the apparent energy consumed by the consumer, so it is a kVAH billing is there. We will see in the electric tariff. Okay, now implementation plan for the energy conservations. Whatever that you have given the some suggestions and options are there, it has to be implemented. Now, in any reports, when we write the project report, what we will do, you will add some annexures. In that annexure, what you are going to add, we are going to add some calculations are there. Which type of instruments we have used for the particular purposes. For example, you went for a medical in the hospital and you are going to test your blood. So in the blood report, it is written that it is the result, it is the recommended level, and the name of instrument by which that test is carried out. So here the list of instruments to be added for particular for the measurement of temperature, which type of instrument you have used, measurement of flue gases, measurement of uh, assessment of the lighting system, which type of instruments you have. So the list of instruments to be added over here in the annexure, list of energy audit worksheet, whatever your calculations are there, sample calculation, then list of the instrument, list of the vendors and other technical details. Suppose you have given some suggestion to replace that machine by the second machine. So who are the suppliers are there? If you have recommended that instead of using the hot water in the boiler, you may use the solar water heater. So who are the vendors, who are the supplier in nearby area? Those are dealing in the solar water heaters, isn't it? So therefore, list of suppliers or list of vendors and other technical details to be added in the annexure in the energy audit report. So some of the identification of energy conservation options, whatever that, it is a fuel substitutions. We can substitute the fuel. Energy generation, you can generate the energy at your own. That is our long term objectives are there. Every consumer, every type of say industry should produce some part of the energy from their waste material. It may be heat recovery system, it may be a cogeneration, it may be a, say with the help of some solar power is there. So energy generation, energy distribution, what are the different energy usage by process, and technical and economical feasibility, you have to see this all. Now we will see the classification of energy conservation measures. So based on the energy audit analysis of the plant, a number of potential energy saving projects may be identified. This may be classified category is in the three group. One is the low cost, higher return. Definitely when the investment is small or it is negligible, zero, definitely the return from that such type of options or such type of suggestions are very attractive and high returns are there. Medium cost and medium return, and high cost and high returns are there. Why high cost are there? Because the energy consumption going to occur in the bigger machineries. If suppose 10 HP motors, the consumption is small, whereas 30 HP, 50 HP motors, the consumption will be more. So if the consumption will be more, definitely the energy conservation, energy saving options, energy saving say area will be more at that higher HP motors. So if you're replacing that higher HP motors, definitely the cost incurred in replacement of the existing machine will be high, and no doubt the returns will be the very high. So this is the chart. It will explain very well what is the that one. One is the first is the priority basis good may be held and no. So good, well defined and attractive, economically feasible hai, is feasible and well defined. There is no doubt at all. Existing technology is adequate. Whatever the technology they are adopting, whatever the people those are acquainted with the machineries, again it is same. So there is a no risk and highly feasible. So the client is very happy to adopt this such type of options are there. Second, well defined and only marginally accepted, but it is marginally accepted because existing technology may be upgraded. Whatever the technology they are using, it has to be upgraded, and when the technology has to be upgraded, the economical feasibility we have to check. At the same time, there is a minor risk operation is there and may be feasible. No doubt it is feasible, but there is a minor risk operations are there. Something poorly defined, something is not well defined, it is maybe available, not available, their maintenance is not available, all the parts and say accessories is not available in the city. So what it become, existing technology is inadequate. Whatever the technology they are not fit in the new one, and therefore it is a doubtful. And some of the when we say that or clients say that no, I will not agree with such type of suggestion, that is a clearly not attractive, it is not attractive, need major breakdown. You told that you have to change all these things. So what they have to do, they have to shut down the plant, and shut down the plant is very costly and therefore not feasible. So this is the some um, project priority, and based on your energy audit. So some of the priority is that good may be held, and it is going to check against the economical feasibility, technical feasibility is that, and what is the risk and what is the feasibility is that. So now we will stop here, and next time we will see the benchmarking and some other factor of this one.